enjoy the lads. I will enjoy Brandon. Do not worry. Mauricio, that would be a real shift. I think he actually played on Entropic with Ite, so you know there's some sort of conversion there. But Sinners, I love this team. This is maybe one of my favorite teams in this sphere, and I think Nine Pandas equally. Like I've always been a massive fan and advocate for Nine Pandas, so this is a really exciting game for me to round of 19. Nine Pandas, I think we can agree. Round of 16, the Nine Pandas, they're the favorites. They should be coming into this winning. Sinners, they've come through the group stage 3-1, and they're already starting off on their map pick, on their pistol round with a Mana's advantage, and Klax is in prime position to push that even further, no. But the narrative shifts.
That's so unfortunate, and now they're just jumping out, and they've isolated the kill on towards Pit. Ite still was seized. I disbalance. It's a really nice shot, but it is still a 3-on-3. The bomb's down, and now we're in this retake. There's no util for either party, so it's just gunfight after gunfight after gunfight, and Ite Disbalance is just standing his ground.
No kit, no armor on glowing. Sinners, all of a sudden, this round went from really negative to very positive, and yeah, here they come. Here come the Renegades. They're falling one by one, but what? They have 8 HP and 30 HP. Dilladez and Idis Balance at 8 combined of 3 versus 2 that shouldn't have been attainable is ascertained. And Sinners, they have let that one slip.
Yeah, well, they've let this slip, but at the end of the day, look, Klax should be getting that kill on Oscar. This kind of feels a little bit like valid for Nine Pandas to claim the round, because it felt like it was just these missed timings that got Sinners here in the first place. Really nice work to get out of balcony, isolate the kills, don't get me wrong, but Idis Balance is just standing with so much confidence in just the first 20 seconds. Even after the bomb's down, he's just in the open, just taking these dry fights. And I came into this and I thought, or maybe Sinners could do this. There's a chance. And even with the veto, I feel like it does favour them. But I look at Nine Pandas and the individuals, and I feel like they've just got that little bit more gusto about them. And I do think that Nine Pandas are going to take this in 2.
Yeah, I mean that is a very poor round from Sinners, and Idis Balance already with the AWP out, 3 kills. He gets AWP and armor. Yeah. B-Stick, the IGL, has just walked into that completely unknowing that there's going to be an AWP long on the second round. That is a high-risk, high-reward play. You can see Nine Pandas have really fallen back on the weaponry over the utility. And now a man advantage. But Sinners have come back from this before. There's only 3 players on the A-bomb site, even though the whole of Banana is in the control of Nine Pandas, and because there's only 3 players, we're starting to see some crack show. Dilladez, I highlighted him, but he's going to get caught off guard, never mind. Making me eat my words. Oscar, that was his kill, dead to rights, and now we enter another post-plant, but this time Sinners, they're in the disadvantage.
They are, but at the same time, Ite's making his way round the corner. Shock's in a very good off angle to at least guarantee a kill onto Glowing. And there's Ite striking. Ite's Balance finds the first. And now he's in a one-on-one. Tap of the bomb. Trying to bait Ite round the corner. He jiggles, but he can't get back in time. Kick can be scooped up. So can the AWP. Idis Balance is going nuclear to kick off Inferno.
I mean, what really more do you want? Like, that is the best start, and I think we highlighted, well, I highlighted Dilladez specifically, but Idis Balance is a player that you can never overlook when you look at this roster. I think he's maybe one of the more tenure players, like, he never made a major. That is one thing that I think potentially is a maybe
don't salt in the wound.
Like salt in the wound, I think, for Idis Balance. But like, look, he played because I think he qualified for a major during COVID. I think he qualified for the real one, but they couldn't go. But like playing on Spirit, playing on the top tier at the Migo when they were like top 20, and same with K23. Like he's played at the highest level of Counter Strike and is now on Nine Pandas. It is quite rough. But I think so far 6-0, 9 Pandas. It's a good start, but because the bomb down Sinners, they do buy back into it.
Good investment, I think. Both of these pistols, well, both of these rounds, pistols are 1-on-2. Previous one was again a 1-on-1. So Sinners know the money's not great. Ida's balance keeping the AWP is everything, though. Apartment's control has been gathered pretty consistently by Sinners, which has been pretty good to watch. Dilladex and C's now just form a crossfire here. Over at Bracket.
Ooh.
And C's not ready for Mikey. Swing. Dilladex needs to have more impact, and he does. 2 huge kills on the MP9, and now that sets up Ida's balance if Sinners go this way.
I have no idea how the MP9 has got 2 kills there, and it seems very reminiscent of the previous round, where I didn't even know how he got that first. And as you mentioned, Sinners, if they go towards A, they're going to have to deal with Idas Bounce's AWP. He's in pit. It's an awkward position if there was utility to flush him out, but there isn't really a smoke from Oscar. But if I'm Oscar, I'm not thinking I'm going to smoke pit. I'm thinking I'm going to smoke Moto, which will block glowing off, but he's too far to really have any impact anyways, and they're going to go for a contact play. But Idas Balance turning, hyper aware. The turret in pit nails the first, but wait, doesn't know where Oscar is. He thinks Oscar's maybe come from long and is in graveyard, and now Oscar, with 8 seconds left, starts to move forward, but there's no time. He's waited far too long, and sure, he's going to get the kill on the AWPer, and that's what he's just going to do. He's going to get the AWP and save, and Glowing wins the round without even getting a kill so far in this game.
Bro's just breaking all the wine.
He's getting smashed, because, like, get it? He's smashing, and he's... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why am I being bullied today? Why? Like, what is it, man? Like, I got bullied yesterday. I'm getting bullied today.
It's because of the way you said it, man. It was just funny. You're right. It was the aha. I really liked it. 3-0. Sinners, look, they're making good headway into a lot of these rounds, and then they just kind of stop. You know what I mean? Like, in that round, they just stopped. It was really individual.
I do know what you mean.
We get to see green mollies, just fun.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the interesting one for me with the banana fights, because obviously the incendiaries aren't going to spread the whole way down. Glowing gets a trade on B stick, and now needs to get out of dodge.
Yeah, I think, well, for me, this map's become more T-sided because of the ability to control banana more by the T side. But Dilladex, he's been the swing, like the person who swung both of the rounds so far on the guns with his either 1 kill on the MP9 or 2 kills. And as you said, they've all been on like individual plays where people have walked into him. But now, Oscar, with the saved AWP, does get the first on the aggression towards banana, but unable to get the second. Therefore, shock falls, and 9 Pandas can rotate a second player over towards the A bomb site to come and join with Seized.
Yeah, look at Mikey. He's got good space, but needs to worry
the
about
timing.
library. That timing is horrendous. But it is going to force Sinners into a banana play, and that means that Idas Balance is the only player here. Good timing on all of this util, though. Can Sinners break this smoke? No, so they're just going to have to run through this left-hand side, and you're not going to be ready for Idas Balance, who's just sat in the pool. 2 kills for him, make it 10 in total in the game so far. He is on one.
I mean, what more do you want? Like, that one death, I don't think you can even really comment on it in a negative way because it was done to win the round in round 3. So, yeah, perfect. I mean, Sinners, they throw a CT smoke, and then they hug the wall, and then when they come out of the CT smoke, as in like the one that I just bounced through, they walk into their own smoke, and it just gets all a bit clustered, and that's a really nice round from 9 Pandas. They're looking really sharp right now on the CT side, and have now also broken the money of Sinners and forced them to go for this low buy for the first time in this game.
Yeah, and that's what Sinners were trying to get 9 Pandas to do all first half long, where these rounds were so close. They just kept investing. They really felt like they could break the balance, and it just hasn't happened. Instead, it's just continuous disbalance, not only on the side for 9 Pandas, but just in terms of the scoreline. How did you get this bomb down? It maybe goes for apartments again, because that's another just source of control that 9 Pandas have never really looked at. What's C's doing? He's just taking in the view?
He's on his last official, maybe. He's just enjoying the moment.
Bless him.
Again, we don't know if this is true. It's just what we've seen on Twitter. I hope it's not true, because...
Me too. Flash?
I do. Yeah, flash.
Bang.
Perfect. Bang. Oh,
Oh,
not so
no.
bang from Midas Balance. That's the first negative asterisk we can put over his name in this game so far. That was kind of set up for at least one. Surely there's not going to be any repercussions though. Yeah, great angle from Klaxon. Oh my god, he's by himself. Okay, he needs to hold on, and he does. Mikey can get the bomb down. Yeah, we'll get the bomb plant. Okay. Klax does enough to win the round, but it doesn't do enough to deny the bomb.
But he has killed everyone, so that's fine. Everything's okay. 5-0. Now for the 9 Pandas. No worries on their faces. All power for Oscar as well. So we get to see this head-to-head between him and Idis Balance. Previously it's been either or of them having the sniper, the other being on the rifle. And Idis Balance is in flow state right now. So comfy. He's had a peek down mid, doesn't see anything. And now the fight for Banana goes in favour of Shock. He nearly dies. Like, that is an example of the molly not spreading the whole way. But the follow-up, oh, again, doesn't spread. Clear-cut example of it.
Oh, yeah. You can even see, like, the reaction as well from... Like, he's just like, oh, yeah, Shock's lying there. He's like, oh, I'm actually fine. And previously, I think he would have been dead to rights. Like, he has 5 HP. Yeah, like, it would have just spread and it killed him. But now the difference is he swings out and claims seized. Ooh, Oscar, a swing and a miss. And the overextension, Dilladez plays with his food before he finally puts him down. Whoa! Oscar may miss his shots, but Idis Balance most certainly does not.
No, Idis Balance ain't missing anything. This guy is on another level right now. B-stick and I. 40 seconds left. Have to end B. You are only going into one player, but that player is Dilladez.
Yeah, he's honestly not the player that I'd want to go to. He's going to get mollied, but he will be able to reposition. This flashbang, perfect timed. It does blind one, however, B-stick is able to evade it. Now, bomb gets down. Idis Balance not in a position to deny this. Klax will be rotating in from CT, and Sinners, no utility. They don't realize the amount of time they actually have to set themselves up in a post plant, but we're going to play B-stick towards triple and Ite in an aggressive position towards graveyard. And now, Idis Balance and Klax shifting their way in. Utility pulled towards Banana. Bomb tapped. Crossfire initiated. Idis Balance can't trade. B-stick just playing the time, and the IGL has won it out. Idis Balance will find the frag, but B-stick knows he's finally got Sinners their first round.
Yeah, you get a little fist pump for B-stick. He knows Idis Balance is too far away. Cleverly played there on the after plant, just letting Ike take all of the contact. Doesn't matter if he dies because B-stick's going to guarantee that trade, and then there's not enough util to flush him out the corner. Guess a bit scary, but Dilladez, this first sort of aggressive maneuver is perfect, and then the second one with that flash play felt like whilst he had to do something, he does just put himself dead to rights, especially with the retake not really being immediate. It was a little bit further away than he would have liked. And after losing one round, his 9 Pandas taking the pause.
Yeah, I mean, look, Sinners just had an insane amount of time to work with because of how far away Klax was, and that's no fault of them. Like, you have Idis Balance, who so you have Dilladez, who instantly dies because of a good mollo and triple, so it is unfortunate that he couldn't at least stay alive for longer, or let Idis Balance help him in any regard. But as I said, Sinners, their first round on the board, and this game has been pretty tight, it's been pretty close, so because of that, and because of only one player surviving the last, I Just Balance is actually massive that he did save the AWP, because around him is, like, they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Look at Shot go. He's already up top banana.
Yeah, because there's so much space to work with now. With the, oh my god.
No.
He pushes the smoke as well. Like, he pushes all the utility, and he just completely catches going off guard.
Time in there as well. I Just Balance could have had one in mid. But he backs off. Gamble. Now over at B. Boost up as well for Clax. The thing is, this doesn't have to be a B commitment. Shock and Oscar can just wait here patiently, see if anyone overextends. I Just Balance will announce his presence in the sec over at long. He might even call a rotate over. They're going to go B. So 9 Pandas are in the right place.
I have a...
Unless, yeah, unless Mikey walks out A and says there's no one here.
Yeah, but 35 seconds, time is of the essence. I can understand I Just Balance shot there to then fake out the AWP's presence, and he instantly rotates away. And yeah, Mikey is the kind of... Mikey is the person who orchestrates all of this. He's at the front. He's clearing... He hasn't actually cleared the A site.
That's actually quite scary.
He only is now.
Yeah,
that was also interesting entry pathing. He kind of gets a little bit lucky, maybe, that nobody is there, because if someone was on the site, I think he dies there. But 9 Pandas, they gamble incorrectly, and it all is because of Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, well done from him. Even though he's going 1 and 6, like, this round is entirely won because he pulls Sinners away from the right stack. Sure, they might have been able to win out anyway, but why take the risk? Very clean. 2 rounds in a row is what they needed, and their money's not good enough to really justify a hunt here. Maybe Oscar can go around the corner with a Galil, but aside from that, 9 Pandas will be allowed the luxury of a save, which means the buy just gets repeated and brought forward yet again into this one.
Heating up now. I Just Balance had a great start. Do we need to see him continue that, potentially? Do we need to see his AWP really just start reigning supreme?
Well, he'll keep chiming in, but I'm looking at Glow and I'm looking at Seized. Like, this seems to be a team effort now for 9 Pandas.
Yeah, look, like... Seized is the pit player, to be fair, I'm pretty sure. Or is it Clax? Either way. Yeah, Clax. Okay, yeah, I think Seized plays short, so yeah, probably needs to be doing a little bit more. And speaking, actually, of Clax, gets caught off guard on the boost. Dilladez, lucky to get away. However, because he's jumped away, Oscar, he slipped the net. There's a snake in the grass, and Sinners, they have a lovely pathway towards the B-bomb site now, with Ait maintaining that contact on A.
Yeah, they have no idea. They're not going to even consider this, because where Dilladez got the kill, they think that's it. Back's turned, potentially. Oscar now needs to choose whether he goes through CT or he goes through Coffids. He's going to get 2 kills here. He's going to grab 2 kills and win Sinners the round right here, right now.
It's almost like you're jinxing it. Surely he doesn't miss this, right? Guaranteed frag. Sees the AWP. And... Ooh, who do I kill first? I love how Glowing throws a smoke. Like, oh, we took contact. Oh, wait. My AWP is dead. He didn't shoot. That's a great round from Oscar. That is the most impeccable timing. And 9 Pandas, there's got to be definitely some anger in the comms right there.
I had the worst whiff moment of my life in a situation exactly
like
that.
Oh, no, stop. No.
But it was on Vertigo. It was a 2-on-2. And I had followed the guy all the way down A ramp. Walked him in towards B, where my other teammate was. I was ready to knife him, and my teammate in my comms just shoot him. So I pull out my gun, and as I'm pulling out my gun, he turns around and kills me.
I mean, yeah, you should have just shot him before. Oh, also, No one survives. Now, money in a bit of a weird state for the 9 Pandas side. Because it's like, look, they can purchase up, but they're going to be missing out a lot if they actually go for those primary rifles. And Brandon, we're just glad that Oscar isn't a B whiffer.
Yeah. He isn't. He's a good boy.
But you are also the best dog. He's just the bestest dog.
True. Surely he's the best car.
Car? Oscar? Yeah. I thought you were trying to like a brand of a car, and I was like, what are you on about? Yeah, he's the best vroom vroom. And speaking of vroom vroom, Shock is just driving up banana.
Look at seized. Just in bedroom.
He chilling, he lounging, he relaxing.
Gets our first kill. Klax is there as well. And I just balance. Surely, I was gonna say, surely doesn't walk through that smoke. And he doesn't. Sinners are doing a lot to pressure. Oh, doing a lot to pressure top brackets. Klax gets caught off, and now I just walks straight back in and deals with seized. I just balance on the other end of things. We'll hit that trade. And interestingly enough, no rotate.
Yeah, I mean, you almost jinxed it there. I think he was about to rotate away, Glowing was, until the execute came in. There is a nade on B-Stick. All utility has been expended to get them onto this bomb site, and now through comes Glowing. The MP9 shreds them up. 9 Pandas, they do not take the bait. They understand that Ite is the only player coming out of top middle, and you call upon Glowing, and he has stepped up there.
I'll be honest, I have no idea how he gets 2 kills from that position. But he does. And that's the most important thing. Here's this opening, by the way. that's how Seized opened up the round. Great kill from Ite onto Klax. Boradis balance trades and then receives no further contact. He just says to his team, remain B.
And also, Ite is the A lurker as well. Like, if they have that macro level of detail, then they'd be able to understand that. So that's a small little thing. And, well, Shock, they know he's the player that's been tormenting them on B. Guess what? Boom.
No more. Look at Ite in Boiler. I was going to say that can catch Ite's balance off, and it does. Well-timed flash as well from Oscar. And now Klax is completely left alone. They need a rotate here. And it feels like they will get one. The bomb is the issue here. It's so far away. So these players are actually delaying their wrap.
The delay of the wrap as well. To be fair, it might say to 9 Pandas that they're not actually coming towards A. Because they're like, where is everybody? But nope, the confirmation's there. And well, the frags are there as well for 9 Pandas. B-Stick all by himself. And he does well to dig himself out of the hole. However, there is a third person there. And Glowing rotates and saves a day once again. That's 5 kills in 2 rounds for him.
Look, Sinners should have definitely... Look, I understand they wanted to all be together there, but you could have put more pressure at long. You didn't have to go silent. You could have just waited, even if it was just a couple of extra seconds, but still put pressure on that side of the map. Because you do so well to work this space in the first place. And it just completely collapses. Where are the flashbangs as well? Are there any thrown in? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it felt like quite an easy crossfire from 9 Pandas. And they're looking really dominant at the end of this half. 8-4 is kind of like the best case scenario right now for Sinners. If they, I mean, they could win this round, you never know. And the timing's perfect for them to pop through the smoke, but there's no flashbang. And Dilladez, well, that's a pretty nice 4K. I don't think he even saw half of them, but he just sprays them. He prays, and he succeeds.
He's even taking Glowing. This man's bloodthirsty.
Where was the flash, though, like?
I don't know. Dilladez called for a really cool flash on the right-hand side that popped.
It was the clear left side.
Yeah.
But why isn't he blind? As in, like, where's their flashbang to blind him? He gets blind there? So look at this. No flash. What's it, like, what? Like, what was the, like, what's going on? Like, that's fundamental Counter-Strike.
Freddy's speechless. Sinners don't really have a say. whatsoever.
Did they have a flash?
I'm not
That
sure.
might have been. To be fair, that might have been it. Didn't see. They might have not had a flash. So, oh, this is. Wow, this is perfect.
Brutality.
Have they been throwing? Brandon, I'll put my hands in the air. I don't know. Have they been throwing that smoke deep?
So they've been throwing one that goes in banana. They've thrown it maybe 2 or 3 times.
But they haven't thrown the smoke that lands there. They've been throwing the deep smoke from spawn, right?
They've thrown that a couple of times.
Okay, they've thrown it a couple times. That's the first time we've seen then 9 Pandas reacts off it. And you can see Sinners are just completely unaware. So Clax, he gets 2 and gets away as well.
They've been throwing that primarily so that Idis Balance can peek second mid. Whoa, he misses the mark. And B-Stick has opened up B. And Shock on the lurkers dealt with Clax. This round's completely turned on its head.
Ideal is to go A now because both rotators have been pulled towards the B bomb site. B-Stick has confirmation of one of them. I wonder if he's going to get the confirmation of both of them. He's doing great at blocking off the choke points. What I'm not a fan of is how they're kind of splitting up. But no, yeah, they get confirmation. It's probably B's got both players, and you know what? B-Stick, take a bow, doubles his kills. You can see he's kind of cheesing a little bit in his camera there. He just walks up on B and kills them all.
It's just like, oh, yeah, they're all dead. He's great. He's
such a cool man, isn't he?
He's so nice to chat to, isn't he? He's such a happy guy. He just owns them here. This is just all B-Stick.
Yeah, Glowing gets smoked, and then here it's like, oh, cheers, seized. So, oh, I'll take the frag off your hands. And 9 Pandas, I said, or for Sinners, I said a 4-8 half was best case scenario. They do accomplish that. Yeah, but pissed around.
Yeah, but this map's T-sided. Like, it just is. It's become more T-sided because of the incendiary buff. Well, nerf, I guess. Buff to the price, nerf to the cone.
What's hard as well is that, like, I was watching Ike getting these lurk kills on A. I was watching Shock getting his aggressive stances on B. And I'm like, I saw all of that working. How did they not win out the round? Like, how did they not win the half more? Like, their extremity early game was so good. And even mid game, it's like, what went wrong for them to lose this half 4-8? Obviously, the pistol round didn't help, and the kind of early 5-round lead that 9 Pandas did have. But it's like, I really felt like they were playing some solid Counter-Strike.
I think it was just closing, like actually getting past these anchor players. Oscar has seen a whole host of people in second mid thought about fighting it, but now he says that they vacated, which means that Shock can get on this angle, misses the first shot. Mikey has a go. And he's really hoping, Oscar, that they walk up middle, and instead they're just going to run big.
B-Stick tries to block. Does it succeed? Yes. I kind of thought they were going to run through with a flashbang. Oh my god, I just realized how much util there is. There's 2 players with armor on 9 Pandas. They throw 1 flash and it's like, don't worry guys. We have 3, is that 3 smokes? I can't really tell pixels.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 smokes, 2 molos, and a flashbang. That's quite a bit of utility.
Let's see. Oh, Oscar's just walked behind them. So whilst they're setting up util, they've already sort of been denied. Oh, this is a complete bloodbath. Uh-oh.
Okay, well, Hayes was saying he wanted people to have this, 3 util 2 armor, and then they all get owned. So that's why Hayes is not an IGL. And Sinners, this is kind of best case scenario for them right now, where they get a little bit of momentum coming into the second half. B-Stick's starting to feel himself a little bit, and now they win the pistol and deny the bomb being planted.
Let's see these pistols. Can they do anything? My guess is no. However, they have got apps. If they go out through the balcony, that could be cool. However, they're walking straight into the stack. Still two players lie in wait here. They swing together, but Mikey's cleaning up. MP9 at the double up. Klax has found I under Balk, but the bomb's been dropped by B-Stick. So there's so many moving pieces here. There's some good kills from 9 Pandas. C's on the rifle, to be fair, could pose an issue. And Klax is going to run all the way back down second mid. If C's finds Mikey here, rounds on. Klax has got his knife out, though. Oh! But he deals with B-Stick. Hang on a second, Freddy. Not like this, Sinners.
I said this was a great position for them to be in, and they've made it so scary. Klax,
No!
what is that? Shook, sit down. That's an insane shot to be hitting with no armor. And now Mikey, the new kid on the block, he's only played a handful of officials on HLTV. Coming from the academy. A 1 versus 2 to save his teammates. And I like this. Pushing the smoke, catches them off guard, but seized. The IGL comes in and wins them the round on the full eco.
Klax is my goat. That is ridiculous. I mean, the shot on B-Stick, you think, okay, yeah, that was a nice little adjustment here. Checking his back. Whack. And then this one. Come on, man.
Bosh. That second shot is genuinely insane.
But honestly, a round like that, especially at this scoreline, like that's honestly like a GG moment. That's crazy.
Mental boom. The only way for Sinners to react is if they win this round. If they lose this round, I think Inferno's done and dusted, Brandon.
Yeah, I think so too. As horrible as it is to kind of write it like this, good push. But Dilla spots Mikey. Never mind. Ite is still here. But here's everything, actually, Ite. Gonna be tricky. Only player at A, and now he's been dealt with.
Yeah, I think this is GG. This is a very hard pill for Sinners to be swallowing. Considering it's their map pick, they've kind of just been manhandled this whole game. Like, from start to finish, they've never had any sense of comfortability, unless 9 Pandas walk B now.
That they shouldn't do.
They really shouldn't.
They got so much space. Dillades is even out. Yeah, Idispan's gonna go get the bomb. Bring it over. Klax is clearing every angle. No one home. Shock finds C's. That kind of is the final nail in the coffin for this. Shock will hold on to his M4. And 9 Pandas have got to double digits. That's an interesting smoke you've thrown for Moto.
That was like one of my smokes for real.
At least 9 Pandas are being relatable and down with the kids. Alright, Oscar, you got an AK. But not for long.
No, saving armor and just like anything there is way more important than getting a kill for Oscar, as in like 9 Pandas end up winning that 1-for-1.
I'm kind of scared for... Okay,
B-Stick.
no, Shock, but he's moved over.
Yeah, he was very out in the open for a moment of time.
And for Sinners, this is your map pick as well. That's something that we've really got to talk about here. 9 Pandas are going B. And they're about to find it's completely open.
This is a round where we could have seen some sort of influence by Shock or B-Stick if 9 Pandas went towards A, but because they haven't gone A, we're now in a position where we're going on to our next gun round. In round 17, 9 Pandas will be 11-5 up. They're going to have pretty much all the confidence, all the momentum, and Sinners will be fighting for anything they can find. It's just straight scraps. Brandon, I think we just end this game 13-5.
I don't think we're there yet, but I really want to see some of your riflers you mentioned, such as Shock, such as Oscar, when he's even allowed to be on this AWP. I don't know if he'll even get it this game, but when he's on the AWP, I want to see him in control in this series. I want to see him just taking these fights. I want to see him get a lot more active. Season 9 disbalance now, just fighting players. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath over at A. Shock's lost the rifle. V-Sit with his MP9. It's only a matter of time, my friend. It's been a rough day in the office so far for Sinners. Clax. Oh, we'll even kill him right at the very end. 17 and 11. Nidus balance it is 16 and 7. He's cooled off a little bit, but Clax, he's just warming up.
I mean, Idle Balance genuinely hasn't got a kill in, like, he was, what, he was 11 and 1 at, like, round 4, so cooling off a little bit is it's a bit of an understatement. I think, like, he has dropped off significantly from the performance he was having at the beginning, but it doesn't seem to have much effect on the outcome of the game. Until now, maybe. Sinners. It's a big, big round. This is do or die for them, and, well, okay, that's not the worst case scenario. Shock does get the trade on glowing. If he dies there, like, it's game over. But because he survives and because of an ineffective lurk from Dilladez, we still have something to believe for the Sinners. Shock, he gets run down though. Clax goes 1 for 1 on the A bomb site, but 9 Pandas, they do not have the bombs. So they have the bomb site, but they've lost their element of surprise now, as Oscar has crept his way pretty close and now gets into church.
Yeah, but Idle balance is holding for this. Molly goes deep as well. That's perfect from Seized. And now you can set up this after punt. You are being penned in. And if you're Seized, you're looking to fight this, and he's won it out onto Oscar.
Oh, that's bold.
It is bold, but it pays off. He takes the risk. You can do that when you're so many rounds up. Nice shot from Ite, but now his position is known. And where on earth has Idle balance got to? He's at the back of the site. A swing and a miss for Ite. And that is 9 Pandas up to Matt Point.
I mean, fortune favors the brave, right? I'm personally not a fan of what C's just done there, but I guess it wins them out the game. I do like the idea of him going for a fight. I think I would have liked just maybe Idle balance to have a little bit more of cohesion. So I do like that idea. And yeah, overall it works out. I think if Idle balance was there for a trade, I would have preferred it. But look, it all works out in the end, and 9 Pandas have 7 opportunities to close this out in regulation on their opponent's map pick here in the round of 16. They're looking fierce, they're looking sharp, and glowing once again gets the opener over towards the B sites.
And he's on another. Idle balance up to 19 kills. Oscar now trapped. Sees lining up utility. Good counter Molo from Oscar. But now he's going to be swinging his corner, potentially straight into the... Oh, he's even being wallbanged. This just isn't fair. And Mikey with the Deeg up close, hoping for a miracle, praying he can get some kills. He's in the smoke there, right on top of each other. And they get dealt with. That's one painful way for this to end. 9 Pandas are going to be up to 13 unless I can clutch a 1-on-5.
Yeah,
that's happening.
I kind of was envisioning the world where Mikey just spams his deagle and just hits headshot, 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 headshot. But no, that's not to be. And yeah, 9 Pandas, they seem to be on a boot camp of some sort. We can see in the cameras there. That is...
No, don't do that to me.
Yeah,
Don't do that to me.
I'll do it to you. Quick,
And
go.
just done the whole outro, the whole throw.
No, I'm bringing you back.
Hayes, time's ticking down.
Do I still have... Okay, I got, what, like 23 seconds? Okay, I will stick my neck out there. I'll say this should be a 2-0 for 9 Pandas. They looked better fundamentally. They had better protocols, and the individuals were looking better as well. So, no reason they can't carry that through into Ancients as well. Let's find out if it'll happen.
Thankfully, he's gone. Jesus. The waffling with him.
What the hell?
No, we love Hayes so much. That was a lovely, like, I actually love our three, I kind of like trio together. I think it's I think it's awesome. But now, do you know what is awesome is the fact that 9 Pandas, they are continuing to keep their foot on the pedal. Pressure has been applied. Sinners now having to retake. They do have a kit.
I like pedal. It's like pressure pedal.
Yeah, see, I'm making up words as we go. I'm that good.
Hell yeah. This is difficult to kind of break. There's no util, to be honest. But, oh, Mikey has found the first. He knows there's a second one there. Are you ready for Clacks? Hit the third player in cave. The molly goes forward for 9 Pandas. There's a kit available. And somehow, someway, Clacks is still alive this entire time. Shock's defusing the bomb. Oscar's got to block him, and he does manage to do it. Somehow, someway, Sinners defuse.
That seems identical to what happened on Inferno in the first pistol round, but just the roles completely reversed, where 9 Pandas retake, like, when they did the retake, it seemed impossible, and they win. And right there, it's like, oh, Sinners, they've lost. And oh my god, they've won. And it all comes down to Oscar and Mikey just pushing forward, paving the way for the rest of their teammates. 9 Pandas, though, bomb down means they will continuously have this purchase.
Yeah, the economy's still cooked, isn't it? You get 1 kill on the pistol, and you can get a Galil. That's just how it works.
Welcome to Counter-Strike.
CS seized. Oh, the smoke gets blown open by the CTs, and Ike takes 2. Huge. How on earth has Glowing done that? But it doesn't matter. I just balance gets a kill on Oscar. Ike's still low. Ike's only on like 10 HP, but the swing and the flashbang, it still got a glimpse of eye disbalance. Sinners, that was clean.
Okay. Are we gonna, you know what we're gonna have? We're gonna have the same as last series, but they're actually gonna go to a third. They're gonna take each other's map pick, and we're gonna go to a third map. Brandon, you heard it here.
Okay. 2-0 win. That's a bold claim, but we'll have to wait and see.
Wait, not 2-0.
Yeah, but the Sinners are 2-0. You're saying that when they are 2-0.
Oh, yeah. I feel you.
Pistols.
It's probably 3-0, let's be honest, right?
Let's see. Spam, ready through from Shock. He's got his lineups, but no bullets are currently connecting. 9 Pandas are funneled just into this. Great nade. Basic finds the opening kill. He should be helped up by Shock, and he is. Absolutely perfect. 3-0, just as you foretold.
What can I say? I got that read. But ooh, in all serious now, Sinners, this is their first big test. They did actually do really well to dispatch with the force buy from 9 Pandas. But, you know, lack of utility, you can give 9 Pandas benefit of doubt. And also, look, I got a really early double. That's something that you can't necessarily replicate. Speaking of Ite, very aggressive towards middle. He is getting in their face. There's also a push from lane, but this is very scrappy, and this is very convoluted. However, B-Stick, I was going to say he could be the difference maker. It went 1-for-1, and B-Stick was kind of left on this island by himself because Ite was smoked off. And yeah, it's just all falling apart. 9 Pandas, they were in a 4 versus 2. This feels like they should close it out. And unless Shock has something to say about it, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, Dida's even considering the possibility of him walking cave. If Shock finds Dilladez, he could go elbow. But Diladez is checking behind him every couple of seconds just to make sure he doesn't get caught off guard. The Sinners mid-aggression, it has been shown already. That's what happened kind of in that first force buy from 9 Pandas after they lost the pistol. It went a lot more smoother for Sinners. This time it is B-Stick kind of throwing in the fact that they're able to get down ramp. But because the B ramp players... they get dealt with, all the mid people are just completely looking at B ledge. Just makes it so easy for the players to luck elbow. Good spam. Onto seized. Shot can't find a kill. This has been very B-centric. And we're going B again.
B-Stick. Oh, the hero for many occasions on Inferno.
Oh, wow.
They just get destroyed. A bomb detonated on this B-bomb site. And even though, they're actually, honestly, very close. A lot of these trades could have come in favor of Sinners. And look, they do just get spammed through a smoke on one occasion. But ultimately, it's going to have to be the save now. Oscar and Ait, AWP and A1S, they've got one kit. I would hate for them to go for this. They do have the luxury that Glowing and Clax are on a combination of 50 HP. But I don't think that's enough to warrant a retake when the bomb's like a quarter ticks now.
They can... I was going to say,
just don't see the point of that.
No, me neither. I guess they've got confirmation that the players are low, so it's going to live here. Yeah, okay, fine. You're right, unnecessary to throw an extra rifle in. Lost bonus for Sinners is now at 2 stage, so they're going to eco. You just try and see what Oscar can find, but 9 Pandas are back.
Yeah, 9 Pandas, they lose those first 2 rounds. It's a sign that I look at a lot, and it's a sign that actually has been made aware of me. While Oscar's just on the solo warp and they've got the A-bomb side, I think there should be a round, right, where the round isn't plausible. So I think I'm gonna go on a bit of a monologue here, Brandon, and it's a sign that I feel like it's probably quite obvious to people, but for me, I only really clicked. You know when there's like those few things that seem obvious, and then they just kind of click like random times for you? Do you get what I mean by that?
Get to it. What were you saying?
Yeah, so when you have those first few gun rounds, or like the first gun round of the force buy, where sure, you might have the utility, but you don't have as much utility. You have the rifles, you have some utility, but not the most, and you may have a Galil or Mac-10. There's a big theme where I think people on the surface feel like the round is a lot more winnable from a spectator's position than it actually is. When you're actually in the server, you feel a lot more restricted, and then that's why you sometimes see teams going 5-0 up really quickly, because the opposition hasn't been in a position to actually have any sort of rebuttal. And this is a pretty good example of it, where like we see a 3-0 start. It's a really good start for Sinners, but as soon as 9 Pandas actually get a full buy-in, they have that comfortability to fall back on their rifles and whatnot, and we've got a 3-3 half. We instantly go to 3-3.
Also, right, the pistol was pretty close. Like they're already kind of limit testing the B-bomb
Yeah.
site, so they just go back to it. Really good design on that previous round, by the way, because you've been conditioning mid, you've been conditioning B, so you immediately go for A. Clax is trying to get a little bit aggy up the B ramp, and B-Stick just swats him away. Another smoke. Oh, actually lands on the toes of Glowing. But Mikey, full blind by Seized. Huge trade out of Oscar, but suddenly, mid's going to be a little bit more difficult to try and deal with. Oscar's now stuck. Iris Balance has dealt with B-Stick, and Shock on the back of the site. Oh, lines them up, but can't knock them down. 2-on-2.
Opening kill. Now, they don't have that sort of advantage. However, Sinners, they are keeping the pressure applied. Ooh, this is an interesting swing. Ait goes 1 for 1, leaving the AWP left alone. Diladez, 32 HP, but the AWP can't capitalize on that HP the same way as a rifle can. And now, we're actually going silent. We had all of that commotion, everything over on the B bomb site, trades going back and forth. There was a minute left on the clock. Everything happened and initiated was very early on. So Diladez is actually running back towards the A bomb site, and Oscar is too far away to get any of these sound cues. So the bomb can go down for free, and Oscar will now only realize, however, does he even know it's A? No. Okay, so that's like, look, that's like 10, 15 seconds already off the clock. And because there's no kit, that actually does make a big difference.
I don't think Oscar would be able to spot Diladez's shadow there, but that's also something to consider. No kit, as you mentioned, is the hard part. Oscar fakes it out. Looking around the corner, I don't think you're ready for Brokey whatsoever. No, you're not. Diladez just steps out. It's planted so open. There's so many different angles to try and clear. And 9 Pandas will claim it. That one's a lot more scrappier. And I think when you make these fights scrappy, 9 Pandas are going to come out on top. Because their individuals are just better.
Yeah, agreed. And Diladez is the player that I highlighted at the very beginning as well as like my kind of one to watch. So, you know, big clutch from him, 1 versus 2. And as you said, there's so many angles to watch. A main and Donut Brokey, but also CT as well. There's a real world that Diladez wrapped all the way around and would have a sightline from CT. And now 9 Pandas going straight towards the A bomb site. And it's open. And that's round over.
Is it? Oh, nearly. Oh, if there was some more Deegs hitting the heads. Potentially, we could have seen a case in point for it. The way that they've played and really set up this T side has been absolutely fantastic. The design of the rounds, the pacing of them as well coming in. This is orchestrated amazingly. And for Sinners, they can't do anything about it. Notice how when Sinners were winning the rounds, it was because they were in control. They were fighting mid, they were fighting B, they had a really good sense of self. But the moment the 9 Pandas take that control away from them, and they take the fights on their terms, they are just coming out on top, round after round after round. This is so difficult. Great exits from B-Stick. Can you get rid of the AWP as well?
Yes.
Huge. Everyone dies. So even though that's a full eco, everyone is dead. 9 Pandas won't worry about that right this second because they got enough money to buy. But for the future, you got to be wary of it.
Also, just a lot of money that B-Stick has won there. But the reason why I said yes is because the bomb would have killed Idis Balance regardless. Yep. B-Stick gets the kill anyways. But yeah, that's so much money. What was it? 2 kills with the MP9, 1 with the USP. So you're looking at like a $1,200 bonus for him at the end. That's going to go a long way. And you can see maybe that's why we've got the full utility. Fight for middle now, and Glowing, he just lines them up. Mikey and Ite, they have the exact same entry pathing, and it is so easy for Glowing. Now, once again, A bomb site capitulated without them even having to do any fighting on the site.
And again, this is what comes into the call-in for 9 Pandas. That's just a variation. That's just them accelerating. That Molly is going to push Shock into the fight around CT, and Glowing, surely you saw the crosshair there? Surely you saw the barrel go around the corner, no? Maybe not, but Idis Balance has found Oscar. Glowing still gets the kill anyway. And now you get confirmation that B-Stick is out at CT. Push forward in Temple. B-Stick has done it. And I tell you what, this retake is definitely on because Glowing's on 1 HP. And he's even holding for the flank. This is awesome. Oh, no.
Oh, dearie me. Does B-Stick win this? No kit. Is there a kit anywhere to pick up? Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even get to the sides. It's good to see that he hasn't, like, this is a really micro thing that's kind of weird, but, like, every time I see B-Stick die, like, he doesn't seem to get mad or angry. He seems like a very calm and collected man. And I feel like there, he dies and he's just like, like, you know, we gotta go next. And I think he's one of, like, the more, like, emotionally, he's a very good IGL. But you can have all of that. Now, can he radiate some of that calmness onto his teammates? Because they've lost 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah,
and 9 Pandas are looking good.
He needs to be kind of that that figure though in this team, because between him and Oscar, they're the ones with the most experience.
Wow, Shock has been on the team for 4 years.
Yeah, you throw Shock in there as well, right? But as the leader, as the guy you look up to for the likes of Ite and Mikey, it's good to kind of see that he's got really positive body language. But
Yes,
you're right.
yeah.
Whilst that is all well and good in theory, they need to now translate that into round successes.
Nail on the head. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Actually, I can't remember if you were there for the interview, Brandon. I've done a few of B-Stick, so it kind of all blends into one of who I was with or when I was with.
I was with
but
you when we did the one with CCT.
I've done a few with him for CCT, to be honest.
Alright, check you
and shut up, man. But like, he was talking to me when Oscar came back in, and it's like, Forzy is individually better than him, but what Oscar does do is he brings a lot of communication that Forzy didn't have, and you know, he brings a lot of that mental side of the game, and I think we do see it for Sinners. Like, he's great individually, also not going to dispute that, but he does have like a great sense of keeping the team together with his experience. Here he goes, B-Stick. Long range, doesn't quite find the right target. And Sinners, this was only a MP9 round that they didn't fully buy into it, but there was obviously a lot of weight behind it because of the SMGs. They're still gonna have a purchase next round. Oscar has an AWP somehow. I don't know how he's got like the money for an AWP. But look, if he 1v4s here, he's the best player of all time.
Well, he's not quite the greatest esports player of all time, because that belongs to Buster. But Oscar could try to write his name there as well. The thing is, C's just going to walk in this smoke as it fades and deal with him. Nice try. There was always the exit route out to A, because Glowing in the meanwhile had just pushed all the way through. He'd taken all that space anyway. That round especially, that really highlights the mistakes that Sinners were making. For example, the player out, I think, like, peeking elbow, got killed. Sorry, was peeking sort of down towards B stairs, got killed by an elbow player, and I was supposed to be holding that. There's so many, like, layers to this where Sinners feel like they've got a player watching, and then they just don't. And that's been a struggle. But this has been just really fast. This has been the first 3 rounds going in favour to Sinners. Here we see, this is the last round that they won. And then suddenly it has been 9 Pandas. Through and through. 7 rounds in a row now.
Yeah. Brandon, what's your favorite panda?
Red Panda.
Do you know when they like extend themselves and they like stand up? That's because they're trying to be scary.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's so cute.
They're adorable.
Yeah, I love how they try to be scary but they become more cute.
Well, these pandas are angry and seized, has found Shock, stands up on his hind legs and goes, "Rrr." Gets the opening kill. And now they've got all this shelf control. They've shown presence in towards mid. They've got all the rotates out as well. The smoke on Donut doesn't really help things because it means that Ite has to hold from red. Mikey can't do anything, and B-Stick is alone. Oh, and he sees a couple of players. I really like the fact he doesn't really commit to that fight. He just sort of tries to bail himself out, but he's being spammed. Oh no, and mollied. That's horrendous, but so well done from 9 Pandas. And Ite balances on the angle, ready to meet Oscar with a big 50 cal bullet.
Good Molotov from Ite, but it's just too late. Oh, it actually lands in the smoke as well. Never mind. It really is just going from bad to worse for the Sinners side. 9 Pandas, they're hungry. They're looking for that bamboo. They're looking to chillax. It's apparently a last dance, and they are 8 rounds to the good now. Sorry, 8 rounds in a row. 5 rounds to the good on their T side on their map pick.
Yeah, they're loving it. Again, just good variation from 9 Pandas. They've been very, like, one-dimensional in where they're hitting. to kind of start the early formations of these rounds. This time it's the slight variation of taking mid, and then they just pull back. And Sinners can't adjust in time. Good exits by Mikey, but it's only to help Ait save his weapon. 9 Pandas don't care. They got more than enough money. Last round this first half, they could have 9 before the half is over.
Okay, it was an 8-4 half on Inferno, and the game ended 13-5.
Yeah.
And that was a pistol round win, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, Sinners, they got a lot of work to do. And on this T side, 9 Pandas, they've got the perfect read here to end off the half. The A-bomb site, nobody is home. And here they go. Mikey, he's rotated in from middle, and he'll get spammed as the smoke blooms. Guess what as well? It's also a lurk. I was going to say, from Dilladez and Lane, but he gets dealt with. Alongside Ike getting his one on the A-bomb side, it's actually an advantage for Sinners that Ike is going to continue. Ida Spouse is holding for him, and somehow Ike survives with 1 HP. This 2 versus 4 now. Donut control being taken. Shock, if he's found, and they can control his primary zone, then I'm believing. But Shock, he now puts it into a 1 versus 4. Glowing, yeah, no real chance. Gets the 1 HP player, and Sinners end up getting their 4th round. Very identical, actually, to how it happened on Inferno.
Yeah, you take those if you're Sinners, but you're not going to be happy with how this first half's gone. Because you got the pistol, you won out the force buy, you dealt with the eco, and then the guns came in. And you just could not stand a chance. Even here, the layered peeking from 9 Pandas, you got the player up close, just taking attention, and you got Clax that swings at the back. Guarantees the kill on towards Mikey. It's so difficult to deal with. And sure, you can say that there's a few mistakes there in that retake, but bar that, like, since the guns came out, 9 Pandas are in flow state. It's up to Sinners to reset, recoup, and rebuild. Because otherwise they're going to be exiting EU3, eliminated at the round of 16 stage.
For me, Sinners are a team that I expect to be seeing in this part of the tournament. Like, I think for me right now, they're around a 16 quarterfinal team, especially with the addition of Mikey, and they do have this younger team currently with Ite as well, obviously. I think they're a team that I see them as a team that should get through the main Swiss, get round of 16, and I wouldn't see them being able to beat out a team like 9 Pandas. And right now, this pissed around, it's messy. Ida Spallens probably could have got a multi there, but is unable to actually get more than 1. Glowing, looking to deny the bomb, but chooses to hold his trigger on Ite, and that will be his downfall. A game of timings, and Sinners, they come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, I turned back round and just saw him. Oh, B-stick swings before the flash and deals with seized. This is going great, but it's actually the pistol rounds that haven't been looking too hot for 9 Pandas. It's been the gun rounds. So now you can make a case potentially for Sinners. You imagine 9 Pandas will probably eco, and then they get the guns out in the next. Hydespanse definitely should have had that second kill.
Yeah, no, yeah, it doesn't... It would worry me more if 9 Pandas won their pistol round. For me now, it's like, okay, this is a step in the right direction. This is just exactly what happened last time. It's exactly what happened in the first half. Like, Sinners get a few rounds because of the pistol. They maybe win the first gun round, let's say. But apart from that, when the AWP will come out for Ida Spallens, I think it's just going to be the awakening of the Pandas once more.
Yeah, I mean, in this one, you're just making sure you don't lose too many players. In fact, you lose no one. Easy does it. Great stuff. And now we do get to see that all from my disbalance. Now we get to see all the rifles come and play for 9 Pandas. Freddy, you reckon? Oh, fast A push. Hold that fort. Idis Balance gets the first. Oh, and Clack's on the second, but there are trades. Idis Balance actually, what, hit Clack's in the middle of that? I didn't notice that.
Was there a nade, maybe? But, I'd, like, 9 Pandas come out on top in that altercation because you have this attempted A push and the vacancy of any lane control seized. The snake in the grass has got his way into T-spawn. No way does Shock clear this. No, you've got to be joking me. Okay, Shock doesn't clear it. And Seized, holding his trigger. He did have the right idea, because the bomb would have come into his view eventually, but he plays it safe, and I rate that. He just smokes it off. Oh, he's caught out in the transit. Don't push this smoke. No, don't just push through. Oscar, what are you doing? This is so obvious, so telegraphed. Seized. That's the easiest kill of his life.
Yeah, let me just catch him real quick on the timing. Says Oscar. Puts his sunglasses down over his face and gets owned. Like you blow open the smoke, sure, but you've seen him cross. Like I really hesitates. Ike does the right thing by not going, and it's actually the experienced player of Oscar that makes that mistake. You've got the bomb, by the way, guys. Do you need to do that?
I think you know the answer to that. It's a bit of a rhetorical question, as one would say.
It was a rhetorical, yeah.
Look at
the
me.
answer is definitely, you silly boy.
Yeah, I mean, I do find it kind of ironic that the inexperienced player is the one that makes the right call, and the experienced player is the one that makes the bad call. Definitely communication issues there. There's like... There was definitely, I think one person had, obviously one person had one idea and the other had another. It either wasn't commed well or wasn't executed properly, but that's a devastating round. And 9 Pandas, they actually could just do the exact same thing. Sinners have completely left the lanes, so we could see already this fast flank. Sinners, they are straight away. There's no defaulting. There's no presence anywhere else on the map. They are going towards A. But Idis Balance has moved away from his deep position that he had in CT. And now Glowing is the only player with any sort of idea of defending this. Beats the smoke on Donut. There is a good flashbang, but Beastick, completely blind, is still able to succeed. And now Sinners, they're in a 5 versus 4 post plant.
Yeah, Glowing went like half a second before the flash went off. Otherwise, he would have got the kill on Beastick. 9.9 times out of 10. Clack's on the fade. He's still with Mikey, and he can. That peak is perfect because no one can see from Donut, and now everyone is converging. But Ike and Oscar are trying to bail the Sinners out. Ike boosted up. Shorty noted. Idis Balance misses the shot, and that is everything. They're out of there.
That is a rough retake.
It's rough that they're even in that position in the first place. They had all of B, they had all of mid, but Idis Balance actually rotates off A to mid, as you mentioned. Why does he do that?
There was, like, there must have been a read, because when you have B lane like that, it's not uncommon for the T's to be outside of doors, right? So they had that worry, but... Yeah, they just really, they had the wrong read, I think, simply enough. When you're in that 4 versus 5 and you're in a retake position, and when now your money is really not in a great place, like, I know it's boring Counter-Strike, but, like, if I'm, like, you know, if I was on the server, I'd be like, lads, we're saving this. And that's something I'm very, like, I'm big on saves. Both you and Hayes should know this by now. Like, I'm a big fickler for being like, guys, like, we should be actively trying to save. But Idis Balance, speaking of saving, he had his ult from the last round. He gets the opener, but Dilladet, even though he was baited in, is not able to acquire his frag. And now the bomb once again goes down, and Glowing, once again, an unnecessary 1-for-1, whereas saving that A1S for the next round would have been far more valuable.
This is winnable. Shock low, Beastick low. All depends on whether he can get out, but spotted. That means the long player's going to deal with him. No, not peeking. There's a kit here as well. Ike's dealt with. You know one guy's out long. You don't need to be peeking here. You don't need to be peeking here. Beastick will run away. There's enough time here to stick. Beastick round the corner. Should lock it in, and he does. That's as close can be. Sinners by the skin of their teeth, but everyone dies.
I think Sinners are happy with that, though. They they know that 9 Pandas are now on an eco, so Sinners are going to be able to match it up 9-9. But you then start to ask the questions of like, okay, maybe if Ida Spans had got into safety a little bit quicker, could he have got one more and even slowed the attack? Or if Dilla Des just got his first, if there was maybe a little bit more team play on that B bomb site. Unfortunate that Ida Balance, sure, he gets that great opener, but he does just expose himself really wide, and that's why he couldn't get away. They have forced. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, they've got lane control. That's a great opening for them. But we're going A again. We've seen this round 3 times already happen.
Oh, that molly's gone a bit deep. They're not ready for eye disbalance, but you can only find the first. Clack's not affected by the spam. I waiting patiently. And Mikey on his lurk has dealt with the B threat. You know it's A now if you're 9 Pandas. So you got to move quickly because Mikey's on the lurk. But with Oscar coming through Temple, that is everything. Now these players are going to have to save. They put themselves in a bit of financial ruin here, 9 Pandas.
Yeah, they've really thrown away the lead that they had curated. They have only got 1 round so far on the CT side. And they haven't had any consistency on that. It feels like Sinners, both of the games we've seen today, if you think back to the Bet Boom DMS game, it's like the T sides are like going A and just being like, we're going to continue going A and we're going to continue calling your bluff that you're not going to have anyone on A bomb site. And that's exactly what's happened, time in and time out.
It's interesting that the pause is coming through from Sinners and not 9 Pandas. I mean, it won't in this round, potentially, because, you know, it's just an eco. But I'd love to see them take a pause and just have 30 seconds to get things back on track. It feels like they're quite keen to rotate a lot of the times. They're kind of biting down on an idea that they think the Sinners have got. Bearing in mind that, what, this was 8-4 at the half. Now it's 9-9.
Yeepers.
Not ideal.
This is, of course they get the opener here.
Yeah, well,
how is he? Aww. You know the classic, what we used to say when we plugged together? It's like, don't go for the rifle. Like, if you're in that position, you don't need to upgrade. Like, it's worse to give up your life than yeah, like, it's much better to stay alive with a 5-7 there. And, yeah, okay, they lose the opener, but B-Stick... Overall, this game, he's just decided he wants to win. He's 22-10. Yeah, that is insane. He's just been fantastic.
He's always been quite good at Ancient. I feel like he pops off quite a lot on Ancient in particular.
For me, he's definitely one of the more fragging IGLs. Like, I think his stats don't necessarily show that, but I think his skill ceiling is very high when it comes to individually getting good results.
I back that.
Even though, like, you look at his stats on face value and you're like, oh, he's bad. And then you're like, well, I think it's just a bit of inconsistency in how he plays his roles, to be honest, and, like, supporting his teammates more. Right there, like, he has just entered B. Yeah, like, this is a full buy for 9 Pandas. And Sinners, they've completely changed the pace. Instead of playing slow, going A, whatever, they pop this B bomb site, and B-Stick is just consistently trading out his teammates. But finally, he falls, and now we start to have an issue. B-Stick's out. Can the rest of the other players step up in his place? And the answer is no.
Well, hang on. Okay, never mind. Ice Spancer's holding for exactly that. He's got his crosshair perfect. Shock just invites him into the crosshair. He's like, okay, here you go, mate. You holding that angle? I got you, G. No dramas. Oscar on the AK. Oh, I disbalance. Really good trade in there from 9 Pandas, by the way, because one player was stuck in cave. It was the molly thrown on default and a smoke, I think, was placed on that CT side, just in the open, which gave complete access for them to walk out cave, fight towards the back of the site, and then Idis Balance just does the rest. These are hard shots to hit.
And that could bring the Camels back. That's a big round where Beastic gets a double entry. Like, realistically, I thought that was kind of game over. I thought that was round over.
Oh my God.
But it turns out that wasn't. Dilladez, I think he spotted the boost and was like, ooh, maybe I don't re-peek again. And I love that call from Beastic. Like, it's a great call. He literally does everything. Gets the call, gets the kills, and it's like, wow, we've really lost that, haven't we then?
Dilladez just spams a couple of bullets. He's really hoping Mikey goes around the corner. Not to be. Glowid is just jump spotting red room. It might be Dilladez. Not even Dilladez. It might be Idis Balance that gets the first contact over at A main.
No kills and we're at 50 seconds. No clear directive for Sinners either. I feel like this whole T side, it's been, from our perspective, we could obviously be like, okay, they're going to go here, they're going to go there. Right now, they've got the majority grouped up towards B, and it does seem like that is where they're going to end now. So, we hit the 30-second mark. Ait leaves his post in the A main sector and goes and collects the bomb. Time is going to be an issue, but that does help a lot. That really helps. A double opener. Seized. Ooh, almost sprays down to 1 HP he survives on, but the bomb, it's going to go down unanswered. And 9 Pandas, they were very stationary on both extremities, and that's going to prove to be their downfall.
Yeah, they didn't really fight for any control there, did they? They've got glowing jump spot in red. They've got 3 players that lean over towards B, but where you've got Idis Balance on the AWP at A main, he can't really go through. He can't really look for intel, but maybe Dilladez, where he was so far pushed up on cave, he could have a flashbang, he could have a supportive player with him, they could swing together, etc, etc. Like, there's so many different ways that the Nine Pandas could have played that. Instead, they go passive, and they get caught off guard by Oscar at cave. And Mikey's spam is everything. Clax has been peppered throughout the round. He finally returns to his post. He feels like he's not going to get cleared. And then Mikey's just there in the back line spamming him through.
Huh. I did not think Sinners would win this one out. I even thought like that, you know, when it was 10-10, I kind of thought that was it. But it really feels like Sinners are putting everything and they're all into this map. Momentum greatly on their side, but a good save from 9 Pandas. It means that we will be picking up the rifles once more. The one issue I have, I guess, with 9 Pandas is that if we look over to Inferno, we see, like, Idis Balance, you know, he actually came away from that map as the highest rated player in the tournament. Obviously, it's one map, but a 1.66 rating, and you have the likes of Clax, Dilladez, all really popping off. Right now, Clax, not really popping off. Dilladez, most definitely not popping off. Idis Balance, too inconsistent. It's actually seized and glowing, so the tables have kind of flipped a little bit, but we need to see more from them, these star players.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say to you. It's just, it's Seas versus the world. Boost spotted.
Wait, glowing?
Surely the
What?
boost was spotted.
What?
No way.
Like, yeah, no way. Like, even we, like, it's a very obvious head jumping up. That's not an unusual play to make as well. Like, that's a very common thing that people get spammed into.
You just move off. Clax, will he get the AWP now? It's in 10 HP. No. He's just going to leave. This is the same passive setup we've seen Sinners just completely undo in the previous. And 9 Pandas are making the adjustment now. So Idis Balance has come over towards Donut. He's holding mid. 4. Count them. 4 defenders over at B. It's a wild read to make, but it's correct. Glowing, do not get spammed again, mate. Huge. Oh, so much better. They
Oh.
swing together. This is what I was saying in the previous round. You could just go together and swing shelf, and they do it on a timing. Klax has just walked through the smoke and dealt with B-Stick. That's round done, surely.
Oh, I wouldn't count them out just yet. Mikey and Oscar, the reason why the last round was so successful, that's the first frag. The HE claims its victim. Grouped together. This is the issue with Sinners. They have no space, and that is a great flashbang from Ida Spallens. Up from Rab, but Mikey, a 1 versus 3. He's got 2, and he even gets the 3rd. Take a bow. The new kid on the block gives Sinners map points.
How have they let that slip? How have they let that fall out of their grasp? I don't believe it. Why don't they just swing and trade each other? Why have they got to play it so patiently? Why have they got to try and bait each other in right at the very end? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. I suppose you don't want to line up, but at the same time, that's dumb. Like, that's really silly. And it's that mistake that costs 9Pandas map 2. Unless
No,
they can
not yet.
force OT. But hey,
Oh.
we've done this boost 3 rounds in a row and you've not dealt with it.
How?
This time they get success from it.
Like, they've done it more than just those 3 times as well. I feel like it's been a pretty common occurrence, and I just don't understand how they can keep on getting away with it. Seized, overextends. What? All gay. In a flurry. There's 3 frags in favor of 9Pandas, but we put ourselves in a very similar position. Oscar, but this time with shock. There's no bomb down. So, that is the one difficulty, and that's the hurdle that they're going to have to cross if they want to end it off here. They do have 2 opportunities, and they have not actually got the funds for a repurchase.
But Klax
Brandon.
has seen shock.
Okay, but Brandon, is there a real world where Sinners save this? I know it's dumb,
No.
but like they don't have the money for next round. They have 1900 loss bonus, if I'm not mistaken, or like, yeah, 1900 I think max. They don't have a purchase for next round.
Yeah, but they can win this. Like, if this was like a 2-on-5, yeah, sure. But this is a 2-on-3. You definitely win this out. The issue you've got is that Dilladez now playing really passive. I just balance has walked over to sort of help. Oh my goodness
no.
me, the timing. Oh, the timing is outrageous. Gun barrel spotted.
Oh,
Surely shock deals. Oh, with Dilladez. And now we're winnable. Now we're winnable here, ladies and gents.
no
Ice Man's-
way. Cheerio, cheerio. So last time these 2 teams played out, it was, I said on Nuke about a month ago. Sinners actually won Ancient as well as a decider, 13-5. But Sinners actually won the series. 9Pandas, they started on the CT side because Sinners picked into it, and they won a 7-5 half, and it went to overtime 7-5 both sides, and then they ended up dominating. On like just in overtime on the T side and the CT side. So I'd be looking at more than a 7-5 half for 9Pandas if they want to succeed, and if it's anything the same or less, I think Sinners will have a good opportunity in the second half.
Let's see it. I'm interested. 9Pandas have got the ninja graffiti on the wall. I wonder if that's going to be the case. I wonder if they're going to go for these little ninja defusers. Klax has got a kit. Oh, it could so happen. I'm here for it.
Let's go.
Waterfall main smoke dropped. However, I just balance just gone in the open. Easy does it. Shock finds the first. And they're going to walk through this main smoke. There's 2 players that have already dropped down over at B. Dilladez finds Mikey, sure, but the trades are brilliant.
Yeah, I'm surprised 9Pandas have actually kept this into a contestable 3 versus 3 after Ida Spans gets caught off guard, and that nade is going to do a lot of damage. Wow, a lot of damage. B-Stick, 10 HP. However, not a frag. Still standing. Still not brought down. And this is just a game of who breaks that first contact, who gets the first kill, and it's not going to be Shock. He does so much damage, but no frag, and then Oscar now into the 1 versus 1. Klax low HP, but he has the kit. Remember that. He could just defuse. Does he go for it? Yeah, he does, but Oscar, he's playing this perfectly. Playing the time, playing the mind games, and tapping away. Oscar, that may as well have been a 1 versus 3 clutch.
That was such a, like, just crumble with the 1v1 at the end. Like, it was just rubbish, to be honest. Like, the gunfight was just not very good, but Apart from that, that was fun. Yeah, Shock did an awful lot of damage, but Oscar getting the kills is everything. And Clax definitely would have stuck it if he didn't see Oscar just swing into that close side. So, well done from Sinners, because they had a clear direction of where they wanted to go. And they made it work. 4 spine for 9 Pandas. And this, I think, is a really good counter. Sinners just going fast. They're going to go down the vent immediately, just circumnavigate all this pressure. But Idisbalance and Dilades already down here. And Idisbalance has hit a scout shot to kick things off.
Let's make it up for the previous round. Bomb down. Glowing's Deagle has already connected once towards ramp, and he is acutely aware of Ide, but it's because he's trying to pick up the AK. Oh my god, how has Ide not been able to get that frag?
What?
That seems like it was served up on a platter for him, and it's flawless. Wow. Sinners, they just all die.
Yeah, everyone hits their shots for 9 Pandas. It's Idisbalance, actually, I'd say hits the most important one, because he buys so much time and he puts Sinners scrambling. Otherwise, it is just a case of Sinners would be planting the bomb, they'd be getting something to after plants, but that one shot from Idisbalance buys enough time for all the rotates to come over. You don't know about Dilades either. I can't believe Glowing got that kill, but he did, and it's 9 Pandas with the immediate rebuttal.
Okay, Sinners bomb down, and they're not going to choose to buy up. They're actually going to go for pretty much a full eco. They have maybe full Glocks, I can't really tell. And, well, the outcome is what you would anticipate. Bit of damage, but nothing really to write home about.
Free, easy. Clax has even dropped down the vent and is just killing them. Nice shots.
Has the scout been upgraded? No, still with the AWP. I can tell that one. It's a bit of a difference there. 9 Pandas. Interesting that they've chosen to go with the scout. They've still got Galil, MP9. They've actually got this weird bonus by it. Oh my god, I thought I had actually got the opening kill there, but no. Just gets away and honestly, it doesn't really take too much damage. So, all things considered, it could be worse. Now we turn our attention to outside Sinners. They've dropped these default smokes, and the Molotov back red, I keep on forgetting it doesn't last that long. I was like, wow, does it get extinguished? No, it just lasts for like 3 seconds now, but it gets beaten anyways. So you see 3 players scaling down, and Shock is maintaining this presence. He could catch Glowing off guard. This would be a massive frag to find, but no, Glowing.
Oh, no.
He gives his team the advantage and also takes away a big part of the map from Sinners.
Yeah, what 9 Pandas have been really good at is just having someone down on the B-bomb site at all times. This time it's Clax that has just dropped a smoke, and he's keeping them at bay. We'll flash forward too. Oh, and it's brilliant. See you later, Mikey. And now Clax can just disengage. This is really well done. I will find Glowing on his lobby lurk. But for Sinners, they're going to remain here just for a moment. Beastic might think about going up the vent. If he does, this could be quite a good play. However, Dilades is still on A.
And Idisbalance gets the kill outside. Yes, round's over. B6 going up the vent. Well, Dilades, as you said, is on A, but what? How does he not get that frag? Luckily, though, I guess he does the damage to allow for his for his scout to actually get the one-shot body shot. And Idisbalance throws a perfect flashbang for Clax. That 1v3 was never going to be winnable, but the bomb also gets denied, which is a massive bonus for 9 Pandas as they go 3-1 up.
Yeah, the bomb down actually would have been great because it would have meant Sinners could have maybe put a little bit more investment into this one. They could have had Tech 9 armor. They could have even considered maybe going for a little bit more of a heavier investment. Instead, with this being denied, now you're just on pistols without armor. You've got literally nothing in this one whatsoever. So 9 Pandas can continue to snowball this momentum. They can continue to build here. And their CT sliders look great. They've been very dynamic. A lot of different pressure being applied early. Clax is holding. Ready for the spam at Squeaky because Sinners have been threatening and probing the fact that they want to get down vent any opportunity they can. And Mikey is honestly lucky to be alive.
Okay.
Do you like the green on the incendiary?
It's gonna take some getting used to, but like I don't hate it. I think it's interesting to show the difference between the CT and T-Molo. I think that's quite cool. So like obviously there's a difference of how much it spreads, but I think it's an interesting difference to be able to identify that from a very clear visual aid. I like it. Has a bit of color. You know, but as his eco gets cleaned up and glowing kills them all alongside seized. What are your thoughts about the new Doppler changes? Because I haven't checked my knife yet, but I've got a Doppler and I'm scared.
Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I don't care. Like
Okay.
I don't have a Doppler, so I mean, sure, if you wake up and your knife has changed a lot, like that's a shame. But I feel like people just bang on about skins so much, to the point where I'm just a bit of a nerd. I'm a bit of a stickler. I just like my CS.
You have more skins than I do.
Yeah. But I don't like. I look at it and I go, "Oh, that's nice," and that's it. That's kind of about as far as like my verbatim goes with it. There's been mollied out squeaky, and there's also a player down vent here in shock, which is pretty
round
good.
for Sinners so far.
It's not bad, but again, you've got these really quick rotations for 9 Pandas.
The setup of this round is really nice, I think. And they're gonna get... I can assume they're gonna get Mikey down secret, and they might get him to join up with Shock and then go for a ramp play. I could see that. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Need to be careful of... Oh, wait, no. Mikey seems like he wants to get a bit frisky with it. He's going to change up his approach, change up the narrative, and maybe come towards Garage. Glowing, though, has his number. That's a big frag to be getting. Now, no more outside control for Sinners. And they have 2 players down on this B-bomb site ready to go, alongside a player ramp. So, that 1-for-1 for Klax is more than fine, because he's going to funnel them in towards these individuals' ramp. Or posted on the left. I assume Seized is just actually tucking. Yeah, Seized is playing his life. Idaspan's taking the first contact. Then Seized swoops in. And Oscar, they know where he is. He's all by himself. Idaspan's scrambling with those grenades. No scope almost lands. But it will be Seized to ultimately clean it up. And the IGL, well, he's mimicking B-Stick.
Yeah, look, he no-scoped the window for dramatic effect. That was like Michael Bay to close out the round. Caesar's always got it. Tactical pause, something's up with Vidus balance, you see him just running off. But yeah, a really good round. And again, I want to comment on it because it is a feature piece here. 9 Pandas, with these early rotates, are locking Sinners out, and they are denying them so much map control because they're never giving them a fight. And when you are going into one of these setups, you're met with 2 players, you're met with bait and switch, you're met with one of these like disengages from 9 Pandas. It's so difficult to establish anything here if you're Sinners. You can have the map control, and it's all well and good, but then what do you do with it? You can't do anything because you're never getting these fights. You never feel comfortable in the control that you've got.
Facts. 5-1's a great start. I kind of put 8-4 as a minimum for 9 Pandas, considering the last time these 2 teams faced off against each other was with Neofrag and 9 Pandas looking really sharp. Klax is back in the server, and for Sinners, it just seems like they're not getting frags. Like, Oscar gets the 3k on the pistol round, and ever since then, it's been all 9 Pandas, and it's very reminiscent of what we saw on Ancient and on Inferno, to be honest, where Sinners, they've just been winning these pistol rounds, but they've not been winning the gun rounds.
I guess this one's technically a pistol round for Sinners. Tech 9s. Does that mean they'll win it? Probably
Pardon,
not.
what was that? Yeah, pistols, yeah. You know what? Back it. There's also A-pop. I feel like we haven't seen an A-pop from Sinners yet, so let's test it. They've been getting a player down vent. They've got the utility and the weaponry for an A pop. I feel like that's the best play to go for. Maybe a ramp pop, but they've gone towards ramp quite a lot, so I feel, and that's been shut down. So I think an A pop just to test the waters would be very valuable.
Yeah, you drop the outside util early. Maybe you get Mikey just going over here. He's been typically lurking, and then you go for one of these plays. It looks like that might be the idea here, Freddy.
Look at me go. Yeah, Mikey's going to wrap main. And it's going to be Oscar throwing the utility. That's why they're not using their smokes for... Well, will they smoke main, actually? Or is it going to be a massive bait for Mikey? Yeah, they're going to smoke off main, but Mikey falls outside. So now they've got no different direction. Just everybody funneling towards this A-bomb side. 9 Pandas, they don't need to search in their peripherals. It's perfect. Wow, they just shut them down completely. And Dilladez, that doesn't even feel like he got tested. Like, he just gets 3 kills for nothing.
Yeah, no, that was really convincing. Freddie, I'm gonna throw it back to like last year, where I think I was in exactly the same situation as you. It was a decider map, and a wasp came in my room. And for fans of the channel that might know,
oh, I remember this.
I'm allergic, so
has that happened again?
I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, Brandon almost died. Lol. Hopefully he doesn't actually die. Can we get Hazen? You know what, Brandon, you can go. Let's get the South African in. God, that was an awful accent. I feel like there's a bit of cultural appropriation there. But 9 Pandas, they actually get the opening kill. Even though Glowing is on super low HP, it's Ite that's the first to fall. Getting aggressive in lobby, it appears. So this CT side just still demanding respect and getting it. One by one, players are falling like flies. And look at this from Clax. It's on T roof, man. Like he's gonna catch shock off guard. I hear Brandon. Oh no. I hope he's okay. But God, I really hope he doesn't get stung. That would be quite an awkward. I wouldn't know. Oh. I don't know if he's on muted on stream, but I just heard like a hit of, I assume he's trying to hit the wasp, but just hit the wall.
Alright, I've got it.
Oh, you get it. Oh, okay. Did you hit it with something? So I just heard like a tsh.
No, I hit the wall and it scared it off, and I'm just shut
Oh,
the door.
okay.
Right.
Grand. Okay, I'll give you the rundown. Clax T roof when almost backstabbed outside. Instead goes into lobby. Sinners, 2 man's advantage right off the bat. Orp gets the kill, and now they've got a double rotation down towards the B bomb side, but it's all a ruse. So Clax not hunting outside actually works out better because they have the quicker rotation towards the A side. Either way, B-Stick now has actually just got a double. Mikey jumps up vent after faking that B bomb side, and Clax is... Wait, they have no time. Jesus Christ. Okay, 9 Pandas, they win. Why isn't B-Stick dropped down and got the bomb?
No way.
Welcome back.
I was watching that and I was like, oh, B-Stick's cooking. But he wants to stay heaven. He wants to make sure that he's kind of got the overwatch. But ultimately, what are you watching? Absolutely nothing. 7-1, that's painful. And that also gives 9 Pandas just the option to reset. Hey, we got away with that one. But now suddenly, we can just adjust. How did B-Stick get in that position up heaven? Or what gap was there to exploit? Did Glowing die from Garage?
I think they went outside, yeah. No, I think they just rotated down B more aggressively. And there was the gap outside, so they went 2 players up heaven. Faked out the B utility, so it kind of made the 9 Pandas A defense scramble. And Clax, instead of rotating outside after he got top roof control, he actually went in lobby. So there was this gap curated outside that I'm pretty sure Sinners, well, like 9 Pandas knew. But then they thought they'd went down the B bomb site because of the fake utility from Mikey. B-Stick gets a double, and then the bomb never gets planted.
That's absolutely crazy to me that just doesn't happen. I can't believe it.
That's
a really heartbreaking one for Sinners. Because that could get you back on track. That can get your momentum back. And sure, it will give you confidence that you're able to get into those positions in the first place. But ultimately, you've lost to yourselves.
Yeah, I think that's a round that really wrenches your heart a little bit. Where you're like, oh, we could have won that. And a lot of these rounds, you feel like you've got the jump on 9 Pandas, but they just continuously seemingly have like these setups correct, and it just really feels like they've been reading into it perfectly. Also, that Molotov animation, I've just realized it makes it so much more. It makes it so much more obvious almost for players when they are like. I feel like it highlights where the individuals are. But yeah, you saw that on the replay. They wrap main and outside and heaven with the fake on the B bomb site. Beastic gets 2, but the bomb gets dropped by Mini, and Mikey's not quick enough to come up on the vent.
Unfortunate. It really is. But it's 9 Pandas just growing in confidence, extending their lead even further. They've got more than enough money to keep buying here as well. Like, the casualties don't matter. Hello, Shock. Getting really, really aggressive. Oh, needs to be careful, seized. He's just aware that could be a possibility. Meanwhile, Klax gets flashed in by Dillardez and finds Beatstick. That's so wild. All that timing over at ramp, and Shock couldn't peek. Now you got eye disbalance on the AWP. That's your change up down in secret.
This ain't looking good for Sinners, I'll be honest. I do like this main wrap. Mikey does have space, but the timing that could be found by Idis Balance, but no, Mikey, he slipped the net. That's a kill. Oh, so does Ike get a double in lobby. It's a lobby crunch from 9 Pandas, and it falls away from them. Klax, normally towards ramp, has to hold true on the A bomb site, but no. Mikey and Ike, the new youngsters, they do everything, and Idis Balance, who I said could have caught Mikey off previously, is actually the final the fool.
Huge. What a round. Ike just gets 2 kills like it's nothing. 9 Pandas, they just walk straight into that setup. Sinners laid the trap. And are able to convert. They're not out of the woods yet. But imagine recovering this and making it 7-5. That would be everything for Sinners. It's just whether they can get there. And they're going to have to go about it the hard way. There's more than enough money to keep buying here over the next couple for 9 Pandas, but maybe it is possible. I feel like 9 Pandas would give a lot more attention to outside now, and I just Pandas yet again going down secret because they didn't see him there initially. They saw him right at the very end of the round, but he was never there that early. That's what Sinners don't know.
Could catch them off guard slightly. Oh, that's a great off angle from Beastic if Idis Balance does approach even further. He's a dead man walking. Sinners, they really bailed themselves out of that last round. And it came down to the individuals. I'm intrigued to see if that's what they're going to have to rely on. And Beastic, don't overstep. Don't walk into Idis Balance's crosshair. It's a good flashbang. Idis Balance is going to re-peek into it. Beastic slips the net for now, and what a shot. The IGL, first bullet, AWP down, space now, curated for Sinners, and it's opened a gap because we forced the rotate down B. Glowing and Klax have moved away from ramp, and wow, Beastic is just mowing them down on the B bomb site, and alongside that, you have Oscar who's giving great overwatch outside. Seized and Klax have had no idea what's gone wrong.
This is really cool for Sinners because they've noted that 9 Pandas have got this really early rotate. Hang on, pause, never mind. Beastic, of course, he's doing everything. He comes back, he deals with Klax, he makes sure that bomb, can't get denied. Siege tries it, but not going to be the case. But because 9 Pandas are putting a player down outside early, Sinners, they're just sending one player to try and deal with him. If it works, that's great, because I'm going to put another one. And there's gaps opened elsewhere. If it doesn't work, fine. You're still grouped together anyway. You've only lost your lurk.
Okay, this is a good start to a comeback on Sinners, because they've had back-to-back really nice rounds. But because 9 Pandas got 7 in a row, and a lot of them were quite clean, they have enough money for another purchase. Money is drying up slightly, so a round win here would most likely give your fun around the half some ease. And C's, this time, he's the one to get that first contact. First initiation of play, and it's Shock that gets the trade on 9 HP, and also Molotov's Idis balance out of the way and puts him down quite low. So, 9 Pandas, they've lost control on ramp. How do they react to this now?
Oh, look at that from Mikey. He's going to walk straight in the smoke. Never mind.
No.
That's a really important kill for Glowing to get. Because that will keep Dilladez just occupied on B. Glowing, it still fights Beastick and wins it. That's crazy impact.
Yeah, that's a round-winning play right there. In those 10 seconds, Sinners go from having a very nice round to then timing of Mikey is his downfall, and B6's overextension with an attempt to trade. Shock also, remember, he's on 9 HP because of the trade onto Seized. He gets dinked. And him and Oscar, they're trapped. They have space on ramp, but there's players down the B bomb site. If they go A, there's players there. If they go heaven, there's players there. There's really nowhere they can go right now. And 9 Pandas, the worst thing they could do, though, is push in and lose their players. However, Glowing, he's confident. So he's actually going to be able to eliminate Shock, leaving Oscar alone.
And look, you can walk B all you like, but you got to get past Dilladez. 10 seconds left. He lobs the smoke. He's going to drop the molly, which is going to push Dilladez away, but he's just opened the door. He's playing with him.
Bomb. No time.
Yeah, will even get denied at the very end. The only one with significant sort of ruin to the last round here is Beastick, but he won't mind that whatsoever. I think if you're Shock, I'm not being funny, I know it's your IGL, but I think you give him the rifle.
I mean, yeah, B6's been on fire. Just not that round.
That's a wild peak for Glowing to go for, I will say.
Yeah, it's very, like, I mean, like, he gets the first on Mikey, and then he goes for a really like, those two last fights he has on both Shock and B-Stick are either round losing or round winning plays. Very isolated, very individualistic, but it works out. And speaking about individualism, Idis Balance, he utilizes the new update with the lack of flare on the Molotov, and he's able to peek behind it like with more ease and gets a very aggressive opener. Now, speaking about aggression, he is just everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But that is a fantastic trade from Oscar. And 9 Pandas, their talisman, has done so much to give them the advantage. Is it enough?
I can't believe Sinners have just double swung through the smokes.
They had a bit more of an aggressive one. They were able to get around.
Yeah, that's so chaotic to me. Klax is now jump spotting. He's he's playing with fire. They've just shut the door on him. And now we'll go up and over. Glowing might find Shock here on a timing instead. Oh, wow. Oh, this timing is unbelievable. Beastick's found Klax. Now keep your eye on Seized at ramp, because now all of this...
I mean, Shock's won the round.
Surely, right?
They like, the T's just wait over towards the B bomb site, and Seized most certainly gets shot on the side of the head, but... he's actually positioned himself perfectly, and Sinners do not have the time to wait for Shock to initiate that contact. So, behind the silo, Seized is going to hear the information. Now, calling for the rotations. First on double, and Oscar just swings and takes the duel. There's only 3 seconds to spare for the bomb to go down, and Sinners, at the very last moment, should be maybe acquiring a fourth.
This is tough. Dilladez finds the first, but you've got to get past Shock, who's played it perfectly around the ramp. So they will find 4. And yet, you know what? It's another 8-4 half. Freddy, let me know. How do 9 Pandas win a pistol here?
Shoot. Kick heads. Okay, I'm gonna call a pistol round. you're going to drop Idus Balance to P250. So it's going to be... C's is going to drop Idus Balance to P250. And he's going to buy... Oh, he actually has. Okay, I genuinely didn't see that. He's going to then send Idus Balance outside. He's going to kill the garage player. In the meantime, the rest of the individuals, they're going to go into lobby. They're going to hear if the dual Berettas drop down top hut, or whoever drops down top hut. If they hear no on top hut, they pop A with the frag outside and use Idus Balance to come through main. If not, they go ramp and let Idus Balance either go down secret or see if he can hold for rotations, or even go outside. Idus Balance has a lot of autonomy there.
All right. Let's see what you've been cooking. Let's see what 9 Pandas have got chef in. A good end to that T side for Sinners. They're hoping they can just win the pistol again. So they've been doing pretty consistently. But if 9 Pandas just claim this, then the conversation goes a whole different direction. This is messy. How has no one died?
I also don't know how Idus Balance just didn't really take any damage.
Yeah.
Like, just no one really landed anything there. And Oscar, still being alive, can be the thorn in their side. But Idus Diladez completes what Idus Balance started. However, it is information to Oscar that these players are more going towards, like, heaven, right? That's the information that he's garnered. 2 players towards ramp, and Klax, he is fighting for his existence. The fact that he gets one there and gets the information of shock should make 9 Pandas way towards this A-bomb site 10 times easier. Idus Balance the P250 finally is connecting for 2. And it's a 3 versus 1. This pistol round has been anything but clean for both of the sides. But Ite is left alone with 1 HP. And, well, he's actually made some good space on the site. But Idus Balance, look, he missed a lot more shots than he connected. But he ends up getting 3 kills, so that's all that really matters.
The scary one is the one on shock, Squeaky, because if he drops there, that's the bomb.
Yeah, right.
So that's actually a terrifying round. That's really chaotic. You take 30 seconds to breathe. But they've done it. They've done the hard part. Getting a pistol. Yes, this one. Oh my god.
Now that was what we call a pistol round. Finally, 9 Pandas. That's the first pistol round they've won since the first one of Inferno? Or the second one of Inferno? Yeah, the first one of Inferno.
Very first round of the series.
And you can see the, like, when we look at Ancient, you do draw the conversation of, like, imagine if 9 Pandas just won a pistol round. And even on Inferno, it's like, oh, you know, Sinners, they won a pistol round, but they couldn't do anything off it. Even in this game, it was 7-1 up for 9 Pandas, and that one was the pistol round. So it seems like Sinners have really been focusing and falling back on those pistol rounds. Now they can't do that, and they're going to go on an eco, so it's going to be double digits for 9 Pandas. But we have seen them in this sort of extended lead before.
We have. That is true. But does this feel different? We're not sure yet, because we want to see the gun rounds. C's finding shock, he just wants money.
Money, 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 money.
Bomb about to explode. No damage being inflicted on 9 Pandas. This has been great. It's been a superb start to this second half, and the third map, I thought it was going to be a lot more sort of back and forth. There's still potential it can be. And Mikey blows up to the bomb, so C doesn't get 600. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's actually, like, a really good outcome. Well, not really good, but, like, it's the short positive. Small little victories.
Well, if you like small little victories, and 9 Pandas only need 3 more of them, and they got the big victory, the GG. Then they'll be in the quarterfinals.
Okay, 9 Pandas first gun round on the T side. Or I guess rather Sinners their first gun round on the CT side. And 9 Pandas, they're already sending C's down the lower bomb site. It's forced a rotation from Shock.
Yeah. And a smoke, right? What a good result that is. You've committed your Mac 10, one player down. Everyone else is in lobby waiting for some sort of aggression, and Shock is now thinking, well, where's he gone?
C is doing perfect. Actually forced Shock to fight here in front of the Molotov. He had anything but a Mac 10, I'd say. I was quite oh my god. Okay, and now they're going towards ramp. And in ramp, they are just filled with success. Dilladez gets a double opener. In the meantime, Klax kills the rotations, and so does Seized. 9 Pandas with their iron fist stamped down on Sinners. 11-4. They're up against an eco now. Map and series point is going to be on the horizon.
Yeah, you got to play for OT, right? Oh my god, Dylan.
Jesus.
Or do you? You can invest a little bit.
Well, you've got 20. You have got max loss bonus, so that is the one advantage.
A couple of MPs, MP 18 on B-Stick and Oscar. MP 9x2. Oh, they're getting aggressive. Oh,
they
and
go.
he's just run away. He's literally run away as the fight was coming back to him. Mikey does find one. C's has now gone up and over main. That would have been heard by B-Stick. Oh, but Idis balance. Because of that noise cue that C's made, B-Stick gets baited in to an Idis balance crosshair. It's now 4-on-3 and C's is in heaven.
If 9 Pandas lose this round, I quit.
Okay.
Okay, they know where 1 is. They know where It is. He's upgraded to the M4. They don't know where Oscar is. Oscar catches C's. Never mind. C's is the GOAT. He said Buster's the GOAT. C's is the GOAT. He's 15-6. He also had a great Ancient as well. Or was it a great Inferno? Great Ancient.
I said Buster's the best player to ever exist in esports.
That's a bold statement, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Well, that was a quick third map.
Potentially, yeah. I've seen this scoreline before. Actually, at the Global Finals.
Oh, a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, that's exact same position, right?
Yep, 12-4, and I went to double OT.
Remember, yo. I remember, because I was on the desk, so obviously I was kind of just sitting around, like I was, you know, the easy work. I remember just losing my mind. Like, I actually just lost my mind when I was watching it.
There was that nearly round that MIBR threw away by getting that team kill on, like, from ramp to double doors.
Safe killed his team, didn't they?
Yeah.
Nafany's the best IGL because have you ever seen an IGL control the opponent's minds before? No. So were you a Nafany hater if you're a Buster fan?
No. I can respect both.
Game respects game, is it?
Yeah. Oh, ouch. B-Stick confirms fire's hot. This might be a fast play here. Look, top main. They might just split on towards the site. Klax has found the opening kill. Oh no, and seized. Finds the follow-up. It's a 5-on-3. Oscar's down B.
What?
That's the bomb being dropped. Oh, B-Stick can only grab 1 kill.
Why are there 2 players down on the B bomb site? And why? What? Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Oscar and Ite were both on the B bomb site during all of that over on like the A bomb site basically. So 9 Pandas, they come away being able to isolate those duels so easily, and it's Glowing who does the heavy lifting, and it could be Idis Balance putting the nail in the coffin. It's exactly what he does. 9 Pandas, they win out Nuke, they win out the series, they advance through to the quarterfinals here in the 3rd European